The Phoenix Cardinals. Good afternoon, everyone. Don Criqui with Beasley Reese. Good playing conditions. Temperatures in the high 80s. Not 120 like it was 2 years ago when the Patriots came here. But Parcells has been stressing fundamentals to his team in the off week, Beasley.
Right.
He's also issued a mandate to certain underachievers.
Well, he'll be watching a lot of players. They've made a lot of changes on the defense, and they know that if they have another letdown like they had against the Jets, a lot of people will be looking for a job.
We'll be watching a couple of great young players. Bledsoe, the #1 pick in the league, the quarterback for the Patriots. And we'll also see Garrison Hurst, who was the #3 choice overall. He is now the featured running back for Phoenix. The Patriots kick it off. Anthony Edwards is back deep, bobbles the ball. He's got to bring it out. And the Patriots come hitting with good special teams coverage, and the takedown is at about the 13-yard line. There is Steve Berline in his 5th year from Notre Dame. The starting quarterback signed with the Cardinals in the offseason as a free agent. Multi-million-dollar contract after backing up successfully at Dallas. You get some very effective wide receivers. You see Garrison Hurst as the starting runner. They're very concerned, are the Patriots, about Ricky Prohl, number 87. Offensive line is huge. This is a very, very big Phoenix team. All NFL teams are huge now, but they take it to another level. The defensive line averages over 330 pounds a man. Right now, the Cardinals go to offense, and the pitch back is to Garrison Hurst. And the Patriots are reading number 23 right from the pitch. And he's taken down for a gain of maybe only a yard. As we check now, the New England Patriots on defense. Pitts, Goad, and John Washington start on the defensive line. Tippett, Brown, Todd Collins starting. And Singleton will be one of the outside backers. The secondary, Darrell Wren now starts at the left corner for Renee Thompson. Maurice Hurst is at the right corner. Corwin Brown, a rookie from Michigan, is now the starting strong safety. Harlan Barnett is the free safety. Second down, and a long 8 comes up. Handoff to Garrison Hurst, and there's nothing there as there's more good defense. Vincent Brown, the leading tackler for New England, number 59, makes the stop.
You know, they're looking for quick decisions out of Garrison Hurst. Mr. Brown makes the quickest decision this time. Watch number 59 come around the corner, come off his block, and snuff out the play. Garrison Hurst needs to have a big day today. They've been waiting on him. He missed most of training camp while negotiating his contract. They're looking for good decisions out of Garrison Hurst today.
Now it is 3rd down and long, though, for the Cardinals as Berline takes a deep drop, throws it downfield, and the ball is tipped away. Good coverage by the Patriots, as New England does a nice job covering with Vincent Brown, linebacker, as he was covering the play and broke up the pass. We'd like to welcome those of you who've been viewing the Browns and the Dolphins game. A difficult game for the Miami Dolphins despite a win as they lose Dan Marino probably for the season with an Achilles tendon injury. More to follow on that when we go to NFL Live, the seriousness of his condition. Number 80, Troy Brown, is now back for the Patriots as they send the Cardinal offense off the field. 3 downs and out on the first possession of the game.
This is a good angle for Troy Brown. He's had some trouble catching punts in the past, but the sun is at his back here. He should have no problem.
He takes the ball to midfield, and so the Patriots offense comes out after a 38-yard punt and a 5-yard return, and Drew Bledsoe leads the New England offense out.
You know, Drew hasn't had a lot of fun playing football the last few games. It's been kind of tough. He's got all the talent in the world. During the bye week, he went home to kind of re-energize and refocus on football, and he told us yesterday he's going to try to have some fun out here today.
He might be throwing deep, Beasley. He was throwing a lot of deep balls in the pregame warm-ups. I think they're going to try to hit Phoenix early. Patriots go with a 2 wide receiver set, split backfield. Patriots go to the run, and they get some yardage as on the straight ahead carry. Sam Gash out of Penn State. Armstrong and Harlow are former number 1. So is the left guard Chung. Arthur's the center. Here's a penalty marker down as there's an incomplete pass at the 45-yard line of Phoenix. Vincent Brisby was the intended receiver of Bledsoe, and the call is against New England.
Well, that's obviously a bad job by the offensive line with the holding call, but Parcells can't be happy with that throw by Drew Bledsoe. He had a player in the flat wide open.
Holding, 65 offense, 10 yards, repeat first down.
But he decided to go for the curl down the field, and the guy was very well covered, and the pass was a bad pass. So those are the kinds of things that have been plaguing Drew Bledsoe. A bad decision and a bad throw, and he's not happy with that when he knows that he had a guy open in the flat. You've got to take what the defense is giving.
Now the Patriots backed up. Difficult play call. They need 20 yards. Here is a handoff, and breaking the run is Corey Kroom as he turns it outside and gets to the 39. Had he not been taken down by Lorenzo Lynch, he'd still be running. Lorenzo Lynch, the right side corner for the Cardinals, likes to talk to opposing receivers about who's back there. After Chuck Cecil makes a big hit, Cardinals were saying the rest of the game, Lynch will say, just remember, he's back there.
He's back here, and he'll hit you if you don't come in the middle, because Chucky's here.
Chuck Cecil. Cecil went to the University of Arizona, where he was an honors student in finance. Had a high school scholastic average of 3.95 out of 4. Bledsoe gets time, but the ball is slapped back at him. Even at 6'5", Bledsoe can't get it downfield. Patriot line giving him time on that play. Michael Bankston, 63, might have been the guy who got the ball. He's the guy who got Bledsoe after he released it.
Boy, he certainly pounded him after that. And, you know, an offensive line should give a quarterback about 3.5 seconds. I mean, that's a great pocket. And Bledsoe had about 3 there. Good coverage in the backfield by the Phoenix Cardinals. Nowhere to go.
Now the Patriots go to a spread formation. Third down, and they need 16. Bledsoe takes a look. He's got an open man, and what a play down to the 41-yard line for a first down. A brilliant reception on the play by Michael Timpson, the former Penn State sprinter. He was a top collegiate sprinter, and this time he has top professional hands.
Well, they don't want to be in a position where Drew Bledsoe has to make big plays, but he certainly has the talent. There's a perfect throw. He had a good time that time from the offensive line, and Timpson going up with nothing but hands, and over the middle, a dangerous middle, patrolled by probably the toughest safety in the game. We've been talking about that safety, Chuck Cecil, but Timpson with the courage to go up and make the play. Good play.
On a third down and 16 play, he made it for a 20-yard gain. So the Patriots in this scoreless game drive on. Handoff. Corey Kroom tries to cut back. Parcells looking to get more speed in his running game. He said the one problem he has with his starters, they're big and durable and Russell and Gash, but there is no speed, at least by NFL standards. Tyrone Stowe, an inside linebacker, makes the stop. One thing you have to, and you played for him, Beasley, Bill Parcells, is he took over a Giant team in '83 that went 3-12-1. 3 years later, the Giants won the Super Bowl. He knows what he wants to do, and he has a proven record of doing it. Second down and 11 coming up. Here comes a blitz. Picked up. Penalty marker down. There could be an early hit on a defensive back. Looks like the penalty is going to go against the Cardinals, which would be a Patriot first down. Ben Coates was the intended receiver.
Well, the blitzing player that time was number 27. Chris Oldham came from the right outside where I guess the offensive line couldn't see him or pick him up, and he came
defensive pass interference 22. First down at the spot of the foul.
So the veteran Dave Durson with the pass interference getting to the receiver a little bit too soon. Dave Durson, former Chicago Bear, he's a veteran here. Supposed, you know, in to bring in some leadership to this 5 defensive back big nickel defense. In a little too early.
Handoff. Quick hitter, not much there. Gash runs the ball. And first down and 10 carry. The gain is good for only about a yard. This is not what the Cardinals expected, the Patriots to be dominating time of possession. Phoenix wanted very badly to get up on the New England Patriots early and then build on the lead.
Well, that's not happening, because look at the time of possession. New England clearly in control, holding the ball with long, good offensive drives. And this, there's a lot of ramifications to this. This Phoenix Cardinals defense will get tired also out here in the sun. And meanwhile, the defense of the Patriots is resting.
Bledsoe, 5-step drop, throws a strike like an arm. Boy. Like Roger Clemens. Dewerson defending and making the stop, but Bledsoe almost throws it through Sam Gash, and it's a first down, New England.
Sam Gash came out of the backfield, hit the seam, and turned on the inside. You have to have a lot of talent as a quarterback to make this throw. There he is on the inside. Dewerson is right there. That's one of those throws. You have to credit the quarterback there. He threw it in the one spot where Dave Dewerson couldn't help out.
Straight ahead carry. Gash runs the ball. Patriots doing a lot of trap blocking here, Beasley, earlier. Trying to split those big guys and knock them off to the side.
Well, I think they have to be very happy with the offensive line play. I mean, these guys are giving Drew Bledsoe time. They're opening holes for the running back, and this is something that the Patriots haven't seen. They haven't seen this all season long, an ability to control the clock and to run the ball. And this is classic Bill Parcells football. I mean, this is the way he won his last Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that's going to do it for a fast played first quarter. No score, but the Patriots driving. Already the heat could be wearing on the Patriots, though. They're all walking back downfield with their helmets off. Bill Parcells and his Patriots controlling the ball with a strong running game. Single most significant factor of this game so far. The excellent play of the Patriot offensive line. They have been totally outplaying the vaunted huge defensive line of the Phoenix Cardinals.
When you look at the numbers, how many times during the course of this season, or really the last few years, have you seen the Patriots come out dominating? 7 first downs to none for Phoenix. That offensive line, the running game, really doing a good job.
11th play of the drive coming up for New England. Still no score. Bledsoe fires it out, makes the connection. And down close to a first down, down to the 10-yard line, ridden down by a lot of people, is big Leonard Russell. His 12th catch of the year, looks to be good for a first down. I don't know, did a marker come in after that? There were a lot of Cardinals hitting at him as he was going out of bounds.
Yeah, I believe it came in a little bit after, but
there is a marker.
What a fight. I mean, that was a fight by Russell and a good decision by Drew Bledsoe. Finally, he's taking what the defense allows him to have. Flip it out to Russell and let him use his skills.
Personal foul.
Uh-oh. Personal foul. Somebody must have come in there.
Unnecessary roughness. Late hit out of bounds. 75 defense. Half the distance. First down.
Mike Jones, a defensive end. Our referee, Ron Blum, giving the pronouncement that advances the ball down inside the 5-yard line. So this is as critical as any drive New England's had this season. They need to take it in off this drive.
Well, they have to take advantage of this. If they don't take advantage of this, the team starts to lose a little bit of the confidence that it's gaining. Down there twice with an opportunity. This is the second time with an opportunity. They must score here.
Power set. Extra tight end. Hook in motion. Play fake by Bledsoe. Throws to the end zone. Open man. Touchdown, New England. Ben Coates, the tight end. Cardinals were looking to run, and Bledsoe with a great play fake. Froze the linebackers. Rolled out. And a perfect lead lob down to Coates is good for a score.
That Coates is a great athlete. If you're wondering why he's getting all the playing time and Marv Cook, they're all pro tight end, is not. This is one of the reasons. This is a great release as he bounces off of the linebacker. Nothing but hands on the catch in the corner. And really, you have to go back to Bledsoe also. Bledsoe was running full speed at a 45-degree angle away from the line of scrimmage, still able to slip a perfect pass in for the touch. That's a great play.
It was the 13th catch of the year for Big Ben Coates, his 3rd touchdown reception. And so the Patriots, a heavy underdog, take the lead. This is Don Criqui with Beasley Reese back at Sun Devil Stadium, Tempe, Arizona. Bledsoe just hit the first score of the game on a touchdown throw to Ben Coates. And now the kickoff by Scott Sisson is boomed 9 yards deep in the end zone. Inside backer Todd Collins, a second-year player, number 54, getting a start today, made the stop. Tonight on NBC, next NFL football lineup. Next Sunday, it's going to be the Houston Oilers versus the New England Patriots, as the Patriots return home to sold-out Foxborough Stadium. NFL Live leads off today at 12:30 Eastern Time. It's right now it's 3rd down and 8. Downfield throw. Oh, what a hit. Free ball. That's a fumble. They're ruling it incomplete. Corwin Brown was on the play. Derek Ware, number 85. So Chuck Cecil isn't the only one that can put on the knockout hits out there. As Derek Ware, it's good to see, is getting up.
Well, Corwin Brown timed this perfectly. It's a great throw by Berline, but look at Corwin Brown. And see, that's the kind of hit that Chuck Cecil has been fined for. It looked like the head hit the athlete first.
I'll tell you this, Beasley. From this point out in this game, Chuck Cecil's going hunting.
I guarantee you that, because that is the same type of play that Chuck Cecil was fined for.
Beware.
The head hit first, and watch this. Watch the helmet hit first. The league is saying use your shoulder, get your head out of the way. The head is the first thing to hit the athlete there.
So Corwin Brown, he could be losing some of his bonus money or his signing money.
Well, you have to figure that the league is going to look at that and going to assess this thing, and you know that Chuck Cecil, is going to be complaining.
Well, we're going to take a former defensive back who hit as hard as any of them, Beasley Reese, and this is basically how that illegal hit is delivered.
See, Chuck Cecil is saying that he goes here, the thrust, the power comes from the hip and
drives
up
at home, incidentally.
and drives up through the guy. And at that time, we saw the helmet, the head, come in. I'm getting excited. The helmet come in first. I guarantee you the National Football League is going to take a look at that.
Well, that was a tough one. There's no question. It was a deliberate, straight-ahead hit, but that's how people are taught to play football. I remember last week we saw Dennis Smith, who put on one of the hardest hits we've ever seen, and the day before he told us we're taught to play one way and we don't know how to change. The punt downfield, and the ball is across the 42-yard line. And now it will be, after a 53-yard punt and a 9-yard return, 1st down and 10 for New England. But as we said before, Chuck Cecil will now be hunting. Now to New York and Jim Lampley.
All right, Don. Jeff Hostetler having a bad day for the Raiders, and the Jets capitalizing. He rolls out. The ball is tipped by Marvin Jones, picked off by Brian Washington. 2nd Washington interception of the game. This time he goes 62 yards with it. And just like that, the Jets' lead is extended to 14-0 in the 2nd. Back to Don.
Surprise there, and a surprise here that the Patriots are very much in this game and dominating time of possession. It's a tie game, as you saw, 7-7. Handoff. Nice gap. Great offensive line play by New England as Leonard Russell just pours through a huge hole. I mean, this is textbook blocking up front by New England.
You know, it really is that, and Leonard Russell is not the kind of guy you want to give holds to, because you can't tackle him with your arms. You have to put manufacturer's logo. It's got to be Rydell or somebody's shoulder pads, and just good running, good blocking by New England.
Fred Hoagland, a former standout in the NFL with Cleveland. He is the offensive line coach of the New England Patriots. He has him ready today. Handoff, not much there. Patriots do well to protect the ball as a big fullback from Alabama, Kevin Turner. That's good to see. We're informed that Ware is all right. Derek Ware, who took that hard shot from Corwin Brown.
And, you know, lost in all of that was the fact that it was a great throw by Berline. I mean, that was on the money, hit in between the numbers.
Beasley, what is the thinking of defensive backs? I mean, when you have a lick like that, you see the Cecil calls it the intersection coming where you're going to get the big hit. Are you looking to put people out of the game?
The only thing you're looking to do is separate the player from the football and to make him think about it the next time he has to make that catch.
Bledsoe hit by a blitz, but I'll tell you, Bledsoe did a very wise thing. Rather than try to elude it and get the ball knocked away when he saw he couldn't get away from John Booty, he ate the ball and kept the football. That could very easily have been a turnover.
You know, we're seeing some super athletic efforts by all of these players. John Booty's coming in from the left side of your screen. He's that 5th guy. Now, the 4 guys, the 4 defensive linemen have been accounted for in the blocking scheme. Every now and then when you catch him with that 5th guy coming unexpectedly, he comes in absolutely clean, and that's what happened there.
now. Bledsoe back in the shotgun. Last time he was there, remember, there was an errant snap. This time it's a good one. Here comes the rush. He gets time. He has to trigger the ball. Home run ball downfield. Two men go for it. It's broken up at the 13-yard line as again Lorenzo Lynch celebrates himself. This time he did break it up.
Well, that's great play. And great play the last time. I'm not trying to take anything away from Lorenzo Lynch. The bottom line is making the play. This time he's in perfect position on the inside of the wide receiver. Gets his hands up, and there's his little dance.
Temperature on the playing field about 90. Lorenzo Lynch ready to go back to work, and I'm sure cautioning the receiver across from him. East is back there. Here's a punt hit downfield. Mike Saxon hits it very well down to the 6-yard line. Johnny Bailey, he's dangerous, is stopped at the 19-yard line. A 13-yard return on the play. In this tie game, the Cardinals are ready to go back on offense. Back at Sun Devil Stadium, the Cardinals looking to get some big plays. They've only had one today. That's when Garrison Hurst broke one for Joe Bugle. Bugle was telling us yesterday, it was interesting, Beasley, that Garrison Hurst in the overall ratings and player evaluation was rated even higher than Bledsoe or Myers.
Well, he's got everything, the quickness, the strength, the instincts, and today he's showing some of those instincts.
He's a lone setback now as they send the man in motion. Here's Burline. Looking right, throwing right, open man. And it's ahead for a first down as Butch Roll, the H-back, comes down with the ball.
Burline just took what the defense gave him that time. He looked at the curl. The wide receiver ran a curl, and Butch went to the flat and settled in at the flat. Burline surveyed the situation and took what was there.
That was the guy telling us last week. He calls it the take a profit way of playing offense. Something there, take it. Any gain is better than a loss. Burline to the handoff, and Garrison Hurst. Oh, you can just get the sense that this guy is a couple steps almost every time from going the distance. He makes that first crack.
You know what? He can taste it now. I mean, this is not the guy we've seen in our film study. We have seen a guy a little bit hesitant, a little unsure, maybe not knowing all of the plays very well. You know, he missed all of training camp. The bye week has probably helped Garrison Hurst more than any player on that football team. An extra week of film study and an extra week to prepare. He looks like he's ready today.
215 pounds, and he runs the 40 in under 4.4. Here's a quick out. Ball taken in by Randall Hill, who's faster than Garrison Hurst, and a penalty marker comes in after the play. Looks like it'll go against the Patriots with 5:25 to play. Personal foul signaled against New England. Here's Ron Blum.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds, 53 defense, 15 yards, first down.
That's a big one on Chris Slade. Chris Slade has done some great things for this defense, but here he really hurts the effort. The man's clearly out of bounds right now. It's not really much of a hit, but you still can't. You can't roll over the guy, though. I mean, you got to avoid this. You can't drop a knee on him. You can't fall on him. You got to jump over the guy. That's a call.
So it looked to you to be a legitimate, yeah.
Well, it wasn't a rough hit or anything, but it was. They have to protect the player.
Garrison Hurst bounces to the outside. A stutter step move.
Tell you what, we are starting to see Garrison Hurst's speed, and another guy that we're starting to see with some speed is Vincent Brown. And he consistently leads this team in tackles, and watch him play off the blocker and then slide down the line of scrimmage, waiting for the running back to pick his hole. That's what a middle linebacker is supposed to play. What a play.
Hurst now with 73 yards on just 7 carries, most of it coming on that one big run. Second down and 6 for Phoenix. High game, second quarter, 7-7. Blitz picked up. Nice throw by Burline. It could go the distance. Randall Hill, one of the fastest players in the NFL, is down inside the 10. And there you see The experience of the veteran Steve Berline. Against an all-out blitz, he knew right where to go and hit an open man. 30-yard gain.
You know, you said it perfectly. The number one, it goes to the quarterback, recognizing the blitz and getting the ball out of his hands very quickly. Now, the nice move here, but here's the real nice. Look how he kind of toys with the defensive back. Makes him wonder, is he going to try to cut back? Is he going to try to outrun me? He milked an extra 5 or 6 yards with that little stutter, that little hesitation.
That brings the game clock down to 4 minutes to play in the first half. Phoenix driving. Game tied 7-7. This time they go to Ron Moore, a rookie running back who had some college credentials that were almost unbelievable, playing at Pittsburgh State last year. He rushed for almost 2,600 yards and scored 39 touchdowns.
That is unreal.
It was also Division II, not the NFL.
Ball start prior to the snap. 64 offense. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
Rick Cunningham, the right guard, is called for an illegal move off the line before the snap, so the ball is advanced back to the 15. First and goal from there.
And Joe Bugle and his club with an opportunity, and man, does he need a win. This is probably the coach in the National Football League that needs to come out of here today on this Sunday with the win, with his little mandate to win 9 games.
I got a feeling, Beasley, we're going to see a turnover before long. Here's Berline dropping to throw. The rush against him. Berline in trouble. Still on his feet. Throws to the end zone, and he hits an open man, and again it's Ricky Prohl. If ever a quarterback was the thrower and the receiver, getting all the credit for a touchdown, it was Steve Berline, who was caught 3 different times and got away to hit the open man.
This is absolutely amazing by Berline. Finding the crease, making the move, and then finding the receiver. What normally happens when a quarterback bleeds that much time out of a pocket, buys himself that much time to throw, is that the defenders drop off of their men. And that's exactly what happened. What a play by Steve Berline.
Now the point after is hit up and through by Greg Davis, and so at 14 straight points, the Cardinals come back to take a 14-7 lead. Tonight, don't miss an all-new eyewitness video hosted by John Forsythe. Then Roy Scheider leads his crew in an incredible all-new adventure on Sequest. And from the producer of Roots, North and South and the Thornbirds, comes the NBC world premiere movie The Flood, based on an incredible true story of courage and survival. That's all tonight on NBC.
Well, there's the man of the moment, Steve Berline. That can break a defensive back. They knew they had it. They knew they had him 3 times.
Story he told us yesterday, Beasley. Of course, he had that problem. He was with the Raiders. He was a backup. They wouldn't play him. He wasn't active almost the whole season. He said he was only asking for half what Jay Schrader was getting, even though he had beaten out Schrader. But the Raiders apparently wanted to go with Schrader, and then he went to Dallas and played great football.
His feeling was that it was an Al Davis thing. Al Davis wanted Schrader to play and wanted to show that he had made the right decision. Now here's that lineup again that produced a nice little exciting highlight on the onside kick. They break out of the choir lineup, is what it's called.
Looks like something from the Canadian Football League, or the old WFL or something. Spinning kick. It'll be run back, or will it? Very wisely.
Close.
Jets have now extended their lead to 17-0 as the Patriots do down the ball in the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh has extended its lead over San Diego to 6-0. Coming up at halftime, the Domino's Pizza NFL Live halftime report with Jim Lampley and Mike Ditka. Joe Bugle, a good friend of Mike Ditka's, he wanted me to ask Mike about his socks he was wearing last week. I didn't get to check mine. He hoped somebody gave them to him, but he didn't.
Yeah, he hoped you didn't spend good money on them.
Joe, like Bill Parcells, had the last Sunday off. He said he watched football from 8:30 a.m. out here till about 11 o'clock at night, till after the last recap was over. Leonard Russ Russell protecting the ball and doing great work as he's ahead out to the 40-yard line. A gain on the play of 20 yards and a first down. 21-yard gain for Leonard.
Boy, how would you like to face an offensive line that's playing this well and a running back this big making these decisions? That's a super job by Eugene Chung and Harlow and all of those guys up front. And great running by Leonard Russell. Boy, I'll tell you, all he needs is blocking. All any running back needs it, but especially a big guy like Russell.
Nice fake by Bledsoe. He fires an out pattern and makes the connection as the ball is out of bounds for a first down at the 46-yard line. Lorenzo Lynch defending, and the very quick Vincent Frisbee coming down with his 12th catch of the year.
Well, that's a great throw also. I mean, those are little things that people don't pay a lot of attention to, but an out route geometrically is the longest throw on the football field, and this guy has the power to flick it. You're talking about from the middle of the field, a flick to the sideline.
And it's the way it gets there. It's a real tight spiral.
Right. Quickly.
No flutter. Here's a handoff. Turning out. Not getting there is Leonard Russell. This time the Cardinals read him. The defender was Dave Jurison, who was a starting player on the Chicago Bears Super Bowl championship team. And later played for Bill Parcells in New York. So a timeout is given. The 2-minute warning. The score remains Cardinals 14, the Patriots 7. The sun has now gone behind some clouds here in the Valley of the Sun. Patriots have to like that, as right now they are looking to tie this game up, down 14-7 with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Raiders have just gone on the board against the Jets. Vince Evans has thrown a touchdown pass, and it's a 17-7 game, Jets. Bledsoe has the whole family in from Walla Walla, Washington. They all made the trip down. He's played here as a collegian for the Washington State Cougars. Right now, he'll set his team up at the 47-yard line of Phoenix. Three wide receiver set. Leonard Russell is his lone back. Bledsoe gets some time running out of it. Throws the ball away. Hey, that was a hanger, Beasley. You'd like to have been out there with you as a player looking at that.
Yeah, I'd like to be about 20 yards away from that in a three-point stance and run under it. It's a wonder that they didn't call intentional grounding or something there. I mean, that was one of those things where the offensive line gave him plenty of time. From the snap, you'll see there's no danger.
There is no foul because we had a sack and no forward pass on the play. Third down.
Okay, they're calling it a sack, and they're giving it to Ken Harvey, saying that he had complete control of the athlete. Still, I'm sure that Bugle is a little bit upset, looking for a timeout. I would be asking for an intentional grounding.
Now Phoenix does use the first of its 3 timeouts, and we saw that lightning quick and strong arm of Bledsoe. We're going to see it right now, Beasley, as Chuck Cecil now gets some instructions.
You know, let's take another look at that last play, and you'll see that this guy, you know, right here, the referees must be blowing the whistle there, so he must have blown the play dead before the ball was released. Here it is again. You'll see right now the whistle is blowing, so there was no pass whatsoever. And, you know, back to Chuck Cecil, I guarantee you they're telling him that it is third and a whole bunch. Third and about 20, what is that, 15, 17. So Chuck Cecil is going to be placed in a position where he'll be free in the middle, I promise you, to roam. Because they're going to try to throw something soft over the middle from 15, 16 yards and allow the player to run underneath.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's dropping into a 3-deep zone. He's the middle man way back.
I wouldn't want to be a wide receiver on this play.
3-man rush for the Cardinals. That is over the middle throw, and it'll be stopped well short of a first down as the ball goes to Kevin Turner, the second-year fullback from Alabama, who gets down to the 47-yard line of the Cardinals, stopped by David Braxton. Now a 40-second timeout is allotted with 1 minute and 37 seconds to play in the half, so the Cardinals will have that much time to work with the ball after the Patriot punt. Bill Parcells, they call him a player's coach. How would you define that, and is he one?
You know, I would say he's a player's coach in the sense that, you know, you're buddy and hanging out with him, or in the sense that you don't have a clear understanding of who is coach and who is player. He is definitely the man in control, but he is nice enough where you feel comfortable going to talk to him. So in my mind, he's one of the I had some great ones. I played for Landry and Ray Perkins, and I had some great guys, but Parcells ranks as a really special coach in my mind. Good, great coach.
Well, the skins are on the wall. He's won 2 Super Bowls. Teams have. Here's a kick downfield. Coming up on it is Johnny Bailey. A free ball. The Patriots are going to get it. The Patriots have the ball at the 14-yard line of Phoenix, as the Pro Bowl punt returner Johnny Bailey, living dangerously, can't hold on to the ball, and New England comes up with it.
You know, those punt returners get really excited when it's a low spiraling punt like that. They figure they've got time to make a play. But this time, what probably happened is split concentration. He saw the player in the corner of his eye, tried to look at the player and look at the ball, and the ball's tailing away from him a little bit also. And boy, do the Patriots have an opportunity here as Gash and company, Cook, all of these guys dive in to get the ball to recover the football.
So New England now with an opportunity the Patriots did not expect. Ball positioned at the 15-yard line of the Cardinals. 1:27 to play. Bledsoe, now the timeout on the field, goes to the sidelines to get some counsel from his offensive coaches.
It's funny how a football team can turn. So as it turns out now, Joe Bugle and company called 2 timeouts that save a lot of time for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it was interesting. The touchdown the Patriots scored to open the scoring was a fake and a rollout by Bledsoe, and he threw to Ben Coates. That's the play that Rick Meyer's been so successful at Seattle, where he play fakes to a running back going left, and he rolls out to his right and throws off the run. I think we might see that again.
You know, that's a great call. This guy throws the ball extremely well while he's moving.
It's interesting that Meyer and Bledsoe, the 1 and 2 picks in the draft, are very good friends. They all were courted by the same teams, and Bledsoe said, you know, we all wanted to hear what was said to the other one. We both got the same story from a lot of teams. You're our guy. We're trading up.
We're going to trade up to get you, or we like you the most. I bet that, you know, they will forever be tied together throughout their career.
They root for each other. They got to be very good friends at all the combines and workouts. Now it's 1st down and 10. New England down by 7. At the 15-yard line of the Cardinals. Good fake by Bledsoe. Lofting the ball. It is incomplete. Saw no one open, so he let it fly.
Now that's a smart play by a young quarterback, and I guarantee you that's the last thing they said to him when he was over on the sideline with the coaches. I guarantee you Bill said, and listen, if it's not there, hit a member of the band.
That's it. Get a guy in row 26.
Hit a cameraman. Do not make him. We at least need to get a shot at 3 here.
I'll tell you one thing, if Bledsoe could throw it up to this press box, I'll give him a gold watch. Superman couldn't get it up here. On 2nd and 10, the pass blocking is good. There's the throw, and it's incomplete at the 6-yard line as he was looking at his tight end, Ben Coates, who caught the touchdown pass earlier.
Ben Coates was open for a second, and then Dave Durison and John Booty flashed in Bledsoe's face, so he threw it in the ground. Another good decision. You know, that big nickel defense that the Cardinals play is very effective down in here. You've got 5 defensive backs in the game floating around, quick people.
3rd down and 10. 1:17 to play in the first half. They go on a quick trap and take the ball straight ahead, so the Patriots take a gamble at maybe finding something wide open, but in effect they did is assured themselves points, or what should be points, as they take their fullback straight ahead, positioning the ball in the middle of the field, and that brings up 4th down in pretty much point-blank range for a young place kicker who missed once today, but who Parcells says is going to be an outstanding place kicker.
He really likes him, and Parcells was, you know, going over some of the needs of this football team and some of the things, some of the positives, and Scott Sisson is one of the things that he says is a positive part of his football team.
Sisson missing once today from 36 yards. He chip shots the ball up and right through the middle. So the Patriots do capitalize, not for 7, but for 3 off the fumbled punt by Johnny Bailey. And just before halftime, 32 seconds to play in the first half. New England climbs closer in the game, down 14-10. The Patriots have been restructured by Bill Parcells. He brought in a lot of free agents, a lot of full complement of draft choices. A lot of people have come and gone, and more will. He right now feels he has a nucleus of maybe 15 really solid players that'll be here for the duration. Remaining players from the original number 24. 7 draft picks on the team. Been involved in 1 trade. He's a great believer in huge linemen, as is his counterpart Joe Bugle. And one of the problems, he said, we're not that big up front, particularly on defense.
Yeah, he said that they're small and short. And the short thing is a real problem, because a lot of these big defensive linemen today can bat balls back in the quarterback's face. They can stand up an offensive lineman and look over him and easily find where the running back is or what he plans to do.
Now Scott Sisson, who hit the field goal, will try the kickoff. Johnny Bailey is back. This is Johnny Bailey from a yard deep, trying to redeem himself. He does that. Gets out to the 29-yard line. But the game clock shows only 26 seconds to play in the first half for the Phoenix Cardinals. Bill Parcells was telling us yesterday about the evolution of his quarterback with the Giants, Phil Simms, who was a #1 draft choice, not in the whole league, but in the first round at 79. Parcells took over the team in '83. He said up till that point, Phil Simms had spent most of his time either on the bench or in the hospital. In '84, he came of age, threw for over 4,000 yards. In '86, he was, after the '86 season, was the most valuable player in a Super Bowl win. It takes time. Burline with a drop. Here comes Chris Slade. Can't get him. Burline throws it out. Intercepted by New England. It's taken down by Maurice Hurst. And with 16 seconds to play, another Cardinal turnover. And the Patriots have the ball at the 18-yard line of Phoenix.
Well, he was trying to get the football to Ricky Proehl, and that's one that you have to give that one to the quarterback. And Joe Bugle is probably giving it to him giving him the business right now about that throw. If it's not there, in this case, you throw it away. Throws it behind him, and really that could have been a touchdown. I mean, look at the blue jerseys that jumped in front of Hurst.
Ricky Proehl finally made the tackle. So you got 16 seconds, Beasley. What all can you do from here?
Well, you can take 1 shot.
1 end zone shot.
Maybe 2 if you got a timeout.
Bledsoe takes a look. Fires to the end zone. Ooh, it comes in a bit high and incomplete. As he fires a fastball at Vincent Frisbee. You almost wonder how far he can throw that thing.
That thing was moving. Well, he saw the opening, and that's what the big gun is all about. Well, I tell you, that would have been a great catch, but that probably should have been a great catch. What a throw.
30-yard throw into the end zone. It took all of 4 seconds to complete that play. So the Patriots still have another shot at the end zone now. Of course, they are well within Scott Sisson field goal range. Leonard Russell, the lone running back. Oop, this could be 5 yards on the Cardinals. Could be a free play. Incomplete pass. The pick by Lynch was out of bounds, and you see the game clock down to 8 seconds to play. They might put time back on, though, if that encroachment was before the snap. Bledsoe came out with a slight limp.
Defense, nose guard, 5 yards, repeat second down.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Bledsoe with a bit of an ankle problem. Let's check this.
Well, you see right there, it got pinned and turned just a little. You can even see his face. It's almost like you saw him yell, ow, when Ken Harvey pulled him down that time. So Looks like he's been able to walk it off, but that's one of those scary moments for a team when you've got a young quarterback who's trapped in a position where really that's probably the most frightening thing for a quarterback is when you have to step and throw when somebody's falling right around your knees and ankles right in front of you.
Time for perhaps one quick try to the end zone, then a field goal try if that doesn't go. As right now Bledsoe is huddling on the sideline. There's Scott Sisson, who hit his last field goal attempt. Ball positioned at the 12-yard line. Here comes Bledsoe with a slight hitch.
Yeah, you can see it. Well, you know, I guess it would really be a problem if he ended up being flushed out of a pocket here, if in fact it is a pass. Now, they brought in Marv Cook, their all-pro tight end, who's one of the best receiving tight ends in the league. Ben Coates is at the other side with
backing a couple receivers wide to the left. 8 seconds to go in the half. Bledsoe, quick time. Here's a throw. He's got an open man. And out of bounds at the 5-yard line with 2 seconds left is tight end Marv Cook. Big tight end from Iowa, so now it's a point-blank range field goal again for the rookie Scott Sisson.
You know, and I think that's a smart play by New England. You're going to throw the ball to somebody in this situation with only a few seconds left in the game at the clock before the half. You get it to a veteran tight end like Marv Cook, and he knows to catch it if there's nothing there immediately, run out of bounds, and give us a chance to get the points.
The hold will be at the 14-yard line, a 24-yard field goal, which is on the way, and it's good. So the Patriots capitalize on 2 turnovers late in the second quarter, get field goals off them, and climb back into the game down by 1 at halftime. We'll be right back after this message from the NFL and a word from your local stations. Halftime at Sun Devil Stadium. Patriots capitalizing on a couple of late turnovers to get a couple of field goals and climb back to within 1 point. And now we're going to go back to NFL Live in New York and Jim Lampley.
This is the Domino's Pizza NFL Live Halftime Report, brought to you by Domino's Pizza, where you always get great pizza, plus something for nothing.
Welcome back. We welcome our audiences from both the Jets-Raiders and Cardinals-Patriots games, starting with the Jets-Raiders score 17-7 Jets in the Coliseum, and our Dick Enberg speculated aloud as to what you might say about Art Shell lifting Jeff Hostetler early for Vince Evans.
Well, I'll tell you the interesting thing about that. Art Shell doesn't care what I think. But I do think. And I think this. I think
Shell's big enough not to care.
Exactly. He can back it up. But I think Hostetler's a good football player. Now, I don't know what the problem is. If they think that he hasn't performed, if by the game I was watching, he had no time to do anything. The rush was very severe on him. He made a couple bad decisions, and there's no question about it. He's been off a week. Maybe he's a little rusty. I don't know. But if they think Vince is the answer, then, you know, they put him in, they got to go with it. He threw a touchdown pass. Maybe he is.
Vince is going to air it out to those speedy receivers for the rest of the day, we suspect. Meanwhile, Jets protecting a 17-7 lead elsewhere in Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. Another field goal battle. The Chargers, who have forgotten how to score touchdowns, trailed the Steelers 6-3 in the third quarter. In the game that those of you who have been watching Phoenix and New England are seeing, it is 14-13 Cardinals at halftime. Earlier today, Miami got a 24-14 win over the Browns in Cleveland's Municipal Stadium, but the central story there, not the score of the game, but the injury which befell one of the league's marquee players, Dan Marino. It happened late in the first half. Marino appears to get his foot caught in the turf, suffered a torn right Achilles tendon, told our O.J. Simpson that he will now be out for the year. His replacement, left-hander Scott Mitchell, was intercepted on his first pass attempt, but then came back strong in the third quarter. This 19-yarder to Tony Martin is the first touchdown pass of Scott Mitchell's career, 17-14 Miami. More bad news with regard to injuries for the Dolphins. Oft-injured inside linebacker John Offerdahl, regarded as the leader of the defense, leaves the field with a dislocated shoulder. Scott Mitchell pays no mind, throws 3 yards to Keith Jackson, Jackson's 4th TD of the year. 24-14 Miami. Again, Bernie Kosar was lifted in favor of Vinny Testaverde, 3rd consecutive game that has happened. And now we're going to find out how good the Dolphins can be without a guy who started 145 consecutive non-strike games for them, Dan Marino.
Well, they're going to be tested because I think he's one of the great ones in the game, and that goes without saying. But I tell you, Scott Mitchell's comments were interesting. It's just a shame to see a guy get an opportunity to show his greatness with a great one going down. But I remember a guy named Wally Pipp who didn't show up, and then another guy stepped in and played about 1,700 games in baseball for the Yankees, and so it could happen to anybody. I mean, the great ones fall, somebody else got to take their place. That's part of life.
A mark of your broadcasting greatness, you have just compared Scott Mitchell to Lou Gehrig. But maybe Mitchell's agent will do the same thing, because he's becoming a free agent after this season. He spoke to our O.J. Simpson about this opportunity following the game.
You know, I know Dan has played a long time and he hasn't been hurt. And I knew that every game I have to prepare as if I'm going to start and I'm going to play. And you just never know. And today was one of those situations. And I work extremely hard in getting myself ready to play. I don't get the reps, but mentally I go through things and I'm prepared. And I've wanted this opportunity since I came in the NFL. I feel I have the talent and the ability to play. I just haven't had the chance to prove that yet. And today I got a chance.
I'm sure that's what Don Shula would want him to say. So the Dolphins go on without Marino. Randall Cunningham was lost to the Eagles last week, as you know. Today, the Bears beat up on Bubby Brister, 7 sacks, 4 turnovers forced, 17-6 win for Chicago. They're tied atop the NFC Central. Dallas pounded Indianapolis in the Hoosier Dome, 27-3. Again, the central story, not so much the score, as the key injury for Indianapolis. Former first-round draft pick Steve Emtman, #1 player overall in the draft a year ago. Missed a lot of last season with a left knee injury. On this play, his right knee is destroyed. Tore the patella tendon, tore the anterior cruciate ligament, tore the medial collateral ligament, out for at least the rest of the season. And from that point on, it was all doldrums for the Colts. Dallas capitalized on the second Colts turnover. 2 plays after a Kerry Cash fumble, Emmitt Smith takes a pitch right, cuts back, rambles 20 yards for a 14-0 Cowboy lead. Smith over 100 yards rushing. Aikman another spectacular day. Dallas looks terrific.
They do, and that play is a great example. It's a toss right. He goes left. He scores a touchdown. It makes the offensive coordinator look good. It makes the line look good. It makes the coach look good. It makes the fans happy. He's the best.
Makes the highlight editor look pretty good, too. Meanwhile, the rest of the scores from earlier today, Kansas City was playing without Joe Montana. Dave Craig and the Chiefs survived against the Bengals, and 5 Doug Pelfrey field goals, 17-15 in Arrowhead. Washington pounded by the Giants without Rodney Hampton, nevertheless possessed the ball for 36.5 minutes in beating the Skins 41-7. Minnesota, 15-0 winner over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jim McMahon's 19th consecutive victory as a starter against an NFC Central team puts the Vikings into a tie atop that division. We'll send it back to the field right after this message from your local station.
Cardinals coming in as a big favorite, but it is a game as the Patriots have climbed back at halftime to within 1 point, down 14-13. We're at Sun Devil Stadium, and Don Criqui with Beasley Reese. Bill Parcells called his team's last performance, that blowout loss to the New York Jets, abysmal. But they've certainly been sound today, and they've capitalized on the 2 turnovers in the game.
They really have. I think if you're Bill Parcells and the Patriots, you are encouraged. I think if you're Joe Bugle and the Cardinals, I think you're still a little bit worried. Even though you're leading, you're supposed to be able to pounce on a team like the Patriots if you've been given a mandate to win 9 games. You got to beat a team like the Patriots soundly.
Well, he told certain people they had to play better. There could be the highway coming up, ticket on a bus, and he was not kidding, and I think they believe it. Particularly impressive, though, is what was believed to be a sound area, and Bugle lauded it before the game. That's the offensive line. Their offensive line play has been very good.
Well, I think they have to be very, very excited about it, especially Drew Bledsoe. He's got to be happy about the fact that he's got a running game. All of the pressure is not placed on him to make plays because Leonard Russell is running the ball well. They're moving the ball, and he's able to make some choices. Now, we got to wonder how his ankle is going to affect him, because an ankle injury, once you go in that locker room and you sit down for a while, things can get a little tough. Maybe it'll tighten up a little bit. We'll have to find out.
One factor that's working for the Patriots, as we see Bledsoe working a bit gingerly on that ailing ankle, he twisted a little bit, is the fact that it is not nearly as hot here today as it was 2 years ago, and it was almost 130 degrees on the field. And the Cardinals beat the Patriots that day in 91, 24-10. Today, the sun has been behind the clouds a lot, and the temperature's probably in the mid-80s right now. We're going to look at the Coors Light halftime statistics in a moment. But they're getting ready now to kick it off here at Sun Devil Stadium, as we'll see what Bledsoe and the Patriot offense can do in the second half. They'll have the ball to open the third quarter. Drew Bledsoe still working on that ankle. Certainly not a bad sprain, but enough to cause some concern. Greg Davis ready to kick the ball off now for Phoenix. Ball's hit downfield, but short. Fielded at the 8-yard line. And good special teams play by the Cardinals, who are looking to force a turnover. And there's also a penalty marker down after the tackle. Illegal block is called against New England, so the Patriots will be set back. Here are the Coors Light halftime stats.
Well, if the New England Patriots, you've got to be so proud of the first down output.
Personal foul, low block, number 70 on the return team. Half the distance, first down.
You also have to be very happy with the fact that, the Patriots came in here -4 in takeaway giveaway, and now here they are +2 today because the Cardinals have committed 2 turnovers and the Patriots have committed none.
And apparently the ankle of Drew Bledsoe is bothering him enough that they're going to go with a backup quarterback. Scott Secules is coming in, a big 6-year player out of Virginia who the Miami Dolphins wish they had back now. After Dan Marino was hurt today and could be out for the season. Hand off to Leonard Russell. He crosses the 10-yard line and gets out to the 12. Apparently, Beasley, the Patriot coaches don't feel confident enough that the ailing ankle of Bledsoe will permit him to operate at full speed.
Well, I'm sure they took the shoe off and they they taped it, retaped it, tried to get some support in there. And it looks like now he's tested. He looks pretty good there. So we'll probably see him back in the game. Although still, when you see him walk back up to take that practice snap, there's an obvious limp.
On second down and 8, a straight ahead give to the power back Leonard Russell, who takes it out to about the 17-yard line. Knocked down there by inside linebacker Eric Hill. One of the Cardinals' best, number 58. He held out until very recently, Eric Hill. Scott Secules getting called on. Before the start of today's games, 9 different teams had changed their starting quarterbacks. Now today, backups come into play. Scott Mitchell is taken over as the lead man at Miami with the injury to Marino, and now it's a slight ankle injury to Bledsoe. Scott Secules is in, at least for now. Here's his first throw. Slapped back at him. Looked like Freddie Joe Nunn, number 50, had a piece of the ball.
Drew Bledsoe, he was on a drop back here, and it was Ken Harvey and you see his face. You almost could see him yell "ow" or yell out in pain just a little bit as that ankle was twisted. They were also working on the knee a little bit. So they're reinforcing the brace on the knee and taking a look at Drew Bledsoe's ankle.
The punt hit downfield and well hit by Mike Saxon. Larry Centers runs it back. Johnny Bailey to the 42-yard line, and Bailey's return is 7 yards after a 48-yard punt by Saxon. Rod Smith on the special teams tackle for New England. And the Cardinals and Berline get the ball for the first time in the third quarter after their 1 interception and 1 fumble late in the second quarter led to 6 Patriot points. Bledsoe still working on the sideline, trying to get his footing. Berline was Notre Dame's all-time leading passer until his marks were surpassed by Rick Meyer. Gets his team in an eye set. Garrison Hurst now is lone back. Berline looking to screen it off. He dumps the screen to Garrison Hurst. Patriots, with good defense, make the knockdown for a loss of about 2 yards on the play. Andre Tippett continues his solid play at outside linebacker. He was the lead tackler. Word we get from the sideline is that Drew Bledsoe may have a slightly sprained left knee. Obviously very slight if they're letting him still drop and throw on the sideline. They're putting a brace now on the left knee.
You can see that left leg is a little bit thicker than the right one. Let's see if he can get it loose enough to play.
Garrison Hurst Weaving his way straight ahead on a 2nd down and 11 play. He is ahead for a gain of maybe 4 yards. He's out to the 44-yard line.
Garrison Hearst fell on Mark May's left leg.
Here's a 13-year veteran. He was an all-pro player with the Washington Redskins under Joe Bugle and has been excellent since he came here, the starting left tackle. 310-pound Mark May. It's amazing when you look at those Cardinals come into the locker room. Have you ever seen a bigger team?
Oh, they were everywhere. And it was only maybe 2 or 3 of them.
The only guy didn't look like Man Mountain Dean was Chuck Cecil, the most feared of the Cardinals. Took a guy in there looking for autographs. No marker as the Patriot lineman jumps. Here's the throw. Larry centers, weaves his way ahead. He gets a first down for the Cardinals to the 46-yard line of New England. Taken down by Maurice Hurst.
Larry centers that time with a good catch, and it's a good throw by Berline. Berline, other than the one mistake on the pass that he had interception, has been very, very sharp today. He's had excellent awareness and vision in the pocket. He's been able to buy himself extra time moving around in the pocket. He's got a good game going.
He had that one great play where he moved around in the pocket, eluded 3 different what seemed to be tacklers, and then finally threw to Kroll in the end zone for the 2nd touchdown. Handoff to Hurst. He's taken some licks. Patriots really pounding on 23. They expected him to get the ball a lot. Again, Andre Tippett is in with the tackle.
That was good game tackling by New England. They've done it the last 2 or 3 plays.
Arlen Barnett was also on the staff, the free safety. Tippett's been doing this for a long time, 12 years. As May is looked at, looks like he turned an ankle. Now becomes somewhat of an overcast day. No bright sunshine and still very warm. Temperature in the 80s. Long throw downfield, and Berline's not close. He was going to Butch roll. As soon as he released the ball, Tim Goad blasted Berline.
And there wasn't a lot there on that play. Roll was surrounded by 3 Patriots. The defense has done a super job, and now they've made some wholesale substitutions on the defense as they get ready for this 3rd down try by the Cardinals.
Berline so far has thrown 17 passes. He's completed 10, 2 for touchdowns, 1 interception. 3rd down, he needs 7. Again, he moves away from the rush, but not for long as Berline is eaten and taken down at the 48-yard line. Andre Tippett. All that martial arts skill, once he's got you in his grasp, the takedown is an assured thing.
You're not going to get away from Andre Tippett once he gets you. Pretty good blocking in the beginning, but Tippett falling out of a pack of Patriots and coming up with the sack. He's the defensive leader on this team. Really one of the few real veterans that they have on the defense to lead the young guys.
Ball is now punted downfield. Patriots let it hop, and it's down inside the 5-yard line. So Rich Camarillo hits a beauty for the Cardinals. The 2-time All-Pro player who formerly played with the Patriots and also had his jaw broken by Andre Tippett in an off-the-field altercation once. Now let's see who'll be the QB when we come back. Drew Bledsoe, we're told, is through for the day. A very slightly sprained left knee, but they don't want to risk him. And now it's up to Scott Secules to try to lead the Patriots back. On this drive, he must start from deep in his own end, 1st and 10 from the 5. Looking for running room, they go to Sam Gash to the Patriots, and he gets it out to about the 8.
It's important for this offensive line to take up the slack now. They've done it all game long, and it's very important for the ball dingers and the Arthurs and Chungs and Harlows to really do a great job to help Secules get comfortable in there. They've done it all game long.
Secules is a quarterback that Parcells liked in college at Virginia and quickly moved to acquire when he took over the head coaching job with the Patriots. Leonard Russell tries to run, but he's thrown back at the 10-yard line on second down, and a marker's down. Early signal is against New England. Raiders have rallied from 17 points down to tie the Patriots, to tie the New York Jets 17 all early in the third quarter.
Holding 87 offense at the line of scrimmage. The penalty is declined. Third down.
Let's watch the heat-seeking missile Chuck Cecil at work.
He's honing in. He sees his target, and he gets vertical. I love this guy. This is my new favorite guy. He got vertical right there at the last instant. He lunged his body in there.
Now Secules with a big play coming up. He missed all of last season at Miami with an injury. Had a shoulder injury. They need 5. He takes a look. He gets it. A good throw over the middle, and the ball is out to the 22-yard line to Greg McMurtry. So well done by Secules under big pressure as he looked left, then looked over the middle and released the ball.
It's a fine play. They bring McMurtry in motion. He comes up in motion running toward the quarterback that you see there and then settles up in a hole. It's an easy throw. Geometrically, it's the shortest throw on the football field. Straight down the middle, a little 10-yard pass.
Secules, originally drafted by the Cowboys, lets the long ball go, and there's an open man down to the 40-yard line, Vincent Frisbee, who might be the fastest Patriot. Makes a superb play, a 39-yard connection with Secules, and a first down for New England. Man.
Now this is it's a double coverage, meaning that the safety has half of the field, and that's Cecil. He's got to come over and help on the throw that's made all the way to the sideline. Just a step late. He gets there just a step late. Lays down a big hit, but a little bit more speed or maybe a little better anticipation, and he could have knocked that ball down. Great throw by Secules.
It was a terrific throw and a great play by Frisbee. Here's another good throw by Secules down to the 35 and down to the 33. As all of a sudden the Patriots seem to be energized by changing pitchers. Now while we have a moment, it's back to New York for an NFL update. Jim?
Well done, Cricky. The Jets came from 21 points up to lose last week against Philadelphia. Can they do it from 17 up against the Raiders? Early third quarter, 68 yards. Vince Evans, the former NFL fastest man, Alexander Wright. And now with a field goal later, the Raiders have tied it at 17. And incidentally, Beasley, Mike Ditka says
Sound like we want to check his socks. Joe Bugle wants him to send him a pair. Eric Hill makes the hit. Those penalty markers are dropped on a second down and 2 play. Secules, originally a 6th-round draft choice of the Cowboys. And now referee.
Offside, 75 defense, 5 yards, first down.
Not a good situation for Coach Bugle. Big Mike Jones, number 75. He's a warrior. Mike will start up after the play, after the whistle. See the penalties. Phoenix dropping themselves 42 yards with 6 penalties. New England with just 3 penalties, and more importantly, no turnovers. Cardinals have turned the ball over twice, both times late in the second quarter, both leading to field goals. Here's another good throw by Secules. This guy looks like a number 1 draft choice also.
Yeah, he does look good, and you know the Patriots probably knew that a quarterback with a little more experience would make some good plays, maybe even some better decisions than Drew Bledsoe would make. But when you have a guy with Bledsoe's talent, you know, you want to just let him learn. You know, Secules has been around a while, and he's seen some things, got a little playing time under his belt. So they probably knew he'd come in and do a real good job, and he's certainly doing that right now.
Doing a real good job. This drive, you remember, started at the 5-yard line after a down punt. Patriots trail 14-13, 6:47 to play in the third quarter. Handoff. Running hard and running well is Leonard Russell. Just like the good old days here as an Arizona State Sun Devil. He takes the ball down to the 15-yard line, a 12-yard gain on the play.
Russell patting himself on that 32, almost as if to say, give me the ball. Great blocking up front and just good decisions by Russell. Good balance. The big guy with a nice side step, a lot of talent.
Secules, an intellectually strong young man. He's got a master's degree in child education. Here is a handoff to Leonard Russell, more specifically. Master's degree in early childhood education. Born in Newport News, Virginia. Played at the University of Virginia. He's married to Tammy and has one daughter, Kelsey, who I hope knows her dad is on the field doing good things.
Well, I'm sure they're back in New England watching and cheering for Daddy. Daddy's doing good. Daddy's doing fine.
When you're one, you got other things on your mind. But second down and 10 coming up now for Secules. And the Patriots as they go to the run. Here's another penalty marker down at the line of scrimmage. That stops the clock with 5:28 to play. Third quarter. 14-13 Cardinals. And now, we get a pronouncement from our referee, Ron Blum. He says,
illegal motion on the running back. Penalty is declined. Third down.
Cardinals elect to go with a third down and 10 play. That is make it second down and 15.
Now they've gone with what they call their medium-sized nickel. They brought all of those big 300-pounders out, and they brought in linebackers. So we'll see how this plays out. Linebackers to rush. Only two big linemen.
Big rush. Secules throws. He makes a connection to Ben Coates. It'll be short of a first down as Ben, with that piston-pumping leg drive, takes the ball inside the 15-yard line. David Braxton knocked him out of bounds. And here comes the field goal unit. And Scott Sisson, the rookie, in position with a good snap and a good hold to give the Patriots the lead here with 5:07 to play in the third quarter.
Well, what a tough job to be an NFL kicker. I mean, people do a lot of work to get this team to this point right here.
They rarely end up in the hospital.
Yeah, that's true. They don't get hurt. You've got to make a good swing here.
Be a 31-yard attempt. Sisson drives it up. And good. Cardinals are protesting it was wide, but both officials right there said it was good. And so Scott Sisson, now 3 of 4 on field goal tries today, has given the Patriots a 16-14 lead. 16-14, the Patriots lead for the second time in this game. They led early, 7-0. Fell behind 14-7, inch back before halftime, 14-13. Now Scott Sisson with a third straight successful field goal attempt after missing his first one has given New England the lead. And Berline ready to go to work on the Cardinals sideline. Johnny Bailey, back deep. High spinning kick, but it carries short. Here comes Johnny Bailey. Out to the 26-yard line. Dwayne Saab was on the tackle for the Patriots. Berline's ready to go on offense when we come back. The Patriots a 2-point leader here at Tempe, Arizona. Don Criqui with Beasley Reese, and just when it looked darkest for the New England Patriots, their young quarterback going out with a slight knee injury, Drew Bledsoe. In comes Scott Secules, Beasley, to hit 4 of 6 for 60 yards to lead to the go-ahead field goal.
Well, there's a picture of Bledsoe's knee, and they had to, re-support it a little bit, take the thing off, and maybe they'll take it off now that it's been determined that he probably won't play. Get a little pressure off of it, let him rest. But as you mentioned, Secules is playing very, very, very well. Not knowing that he'd get to play today, probably didn't get a lot of time.
Here's the flea flicker. Berline airs it out. Oh, it's going to be a foul penalty rule if he went for the ball. That's some boos here, but it is ruled that the defensive back was looking back at the ball and making a play on it. We got to watch this again.
Take a look at your runners. Well, okay, that's a good play. That's a good play. Both guys were looking back. Ball's up in the air. 3 athletes running for it.
So, very nearly a big hit, but it goes as a long out. And 2nd down and 10 coming up. 4:31 to play, 3rd quarter. Cardinals down to the Patriots by 2 points. Burline. Again, eluding the rush, waving people around, heading for the sideline, and bailing out at the 30 with a little help. Mike Pitts, number 93, a former All-American at Alabama, ran him out.
You saw the brace, and now they're putting ice on it. And believe me, he'll fly all the way home with a bag of ice around that knee. That's what they do to keep the swelling down and make it heal quickly. Players live in that ice. And from the end of training camp to the end of the season, there's something. Ankle, knee. You live in ice, and he'll be in ice in that knee for probably a couple of weeks.
That should get the temperature down in a couple of weeks. Here's a throw downfield and a catch and a free ball. They're ruling it incomplete. It looked like Gary Clark might have taken a couple of steps. He did take a huge hit from man known in his days of the Cleveland Brown as the bang stick, Harlan Barnett, because of his big hits.
Penalty is declined. 4th down.
Holding call against the Cardinals declined by the Patriots.
I don't believe he had possession here, even though it's still, you see the ball's dropping down between his legs. So good call. Good call by the guys on the field.
That sends out Rich Camarillo, who went to the Pro Bowl after the '83 season as a Patriot. Went there 3 times as a Cardinal. Not with kicks like that, though, as it's fielded up. Run back across the 40 by Brown. Boy, Brown takes it to the 43-yard line. So now with Scott Secules running the offense, the Patriots will be set to go again with good field position. Next Saturday, NBC Sports World presents the Breeders' Cup Preview, the final prep for horse racing's Championship Day, which is also coming up on NBC. The Breeders' Cup Preview next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern Time from famed Belmont Park. Right now, Scott Secules and the New England Patriot offense set to work from their 42-yard line. Secules, big, strong player, 6'3", 225. As mentioned, a 6th-year player from Virginia. Takes a look, wings it out. Nicely done. Gets the ball out to Marv Cook, who hasn't had a lot of balls thrown to him this year. And is good for a gain of about 7 yards. Now let's go back to NFL Live in New York and Jim Lampley. Jim?
Question, Don. How bad is the Charger offense? They actually had a chance to score a touchdown early in the 3rd against Pittsburgh, but John Freese is flattened. The ball is picked off by Darren Terry. Since that time, the Pittsburgh defense has picked up a touchdown. Freese, incidentally, got a concussion on that play and has been listed for Stan Humphries. 13-3 Pittsburgh in the 4th. Back to Don Criqui.
Thank you, Jim. A tough day for quarterbacks in the NFL. As on 2nd and 3, the Patriots try to go with a quick header to Leonard Russell. Gain on the play of about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Tackled by Eric Swan.
There's a very expensive chart keeper right there. Drew Bledsoe with the ice on his knee. Trying to stay involved in the game by charting plays. And boy, this is a game you'd like for him to be involved in his learning process, a fight for a win.
Leonard Russell tries to turn it up, but there are Cardinals there. Good lateral pursuit by the Phoenix Cardinals, and the knockdown is made by the lead tackler Dave Duerson, number 22. And so the Patriots now have to review what they're going to do. Bill Parcells gives a signal, and they're sending out their punter, Mike Saxon. Johnny Bailey drops back deep as Saxon will now look at this.
Oh, fake. This is they call this their Arapaho.
They're probably just trying to drop him offside. Oh, the Cardinals called timeout.
Quick thinking by the Cardinals.
Sometimes they'll do that, the punting team, just to get the defense possibly to jump offside, and it's anxiety to get to the ball.
Well, you remember we had them 2 weeks ago where they jumped in that formation and ran a play and picked up a big first down. So,
yeah,
they
can do it.
They can do it.
Bill Parcells, very matter-of-fact about assessing his team and where players are at. That's one thing I see about playing for Parcells. There's never any secret about where you're at.
No, and there's not a lot of people that should be relaxed and comfortable on this team, because as we talked about earlier, it is definitely a team in transition. He's looking for players. There they go.
The punter, Mike Saxon, standing, and here they do it again.
No, they mean it. They're going to run something.
Yeah, they're going to run something. Johnny Bailey now is in coverage. He doesn't know what's going on as Saxon goes off the field.
He's trying to bring him off. Look at his head bouncing.
Yeah, they're going to try to throw him offside. Cardinals aren't fighting.
They better do something.
They'll take a 5-yard delay penalty. But it was interesting.
It was a special moment. If you notice, your quarterback was squirming around. He was bouncing his head.
And there is the guy who's done a lot of great things for the St. Louis Cardinals. Their special teams coach, Pete Rodriguez, who was voted by his fellow special team coaches in the NFL as special teams coach of the year.
I wonder what he was thinking as he watched all of that now.
Block punt. Ball is down at the 39-yard line. The Cardinals get the ball at the Patriot 39 as Saxon leisurely strided into the ball. The rush was coming. He was looking down and never saw it. Pete Rodriguez gets a big play from his special teams as kick blockers.
And an offensive, that's an offensive running back that makes this play.
Ron Moore.
Ron Moore with good timing. And that's a real art. I mean, blocking a kick without touching the kicker. Untouched. Nobody blocked him.
Patriots were fortunate, went laterally after he was blocked and not back.
That's the momentum changer can be.
Garrison Hurst. He asked Garrison the biggest difference between the NFL and Southeastern Conference play. He was an All-American at Georgia. He said speed. Everybody in the NFL is fast. And you can't believe how fast you have to play against them.
He had his hand on his head just then. He couldn't believe it. What happens when they talk about speed, it's basically what they're saying is he sees a hole, and in college that hole would stay open long enough for him to jump in it. Well, in the pros, you see holes all the time. There's holes, but they close them very quickly.
Hurst has 10 carries for 81 yards, but 57 of those yards came on one carry. Berline with a lot of time, searching out receivers, and finally swings it near side to Garrison Hurst. Not close to him. We're told that Garrison has excellent hands, and Berline's the one who told us that.
He was really excited about Garrison Hurst. He talked about everybody says he's a very smart guy, that he works very hard. Berline was saying he's got to get him the ball because he's got great hands. So they've got some things working here. They've brought some talent in here. And it's a strange team because they should be playing better.
Gary Clark goes wide left. The ever-dangerous Ricky Prohl is in the slot to the left. Second man down at the top of your screen. He has caught both touchdown passes today for the Cardinals. Berline on the run. Caught from behind. A great play by Andre Tippett. And he's been making plays.
Tippett has been making some plays, but at the beginning of that play, they grabbed Chris Slade. Chris Slade was about to pound Berline, and Berline scrambled around, and they held him. You'll see it here. Take a look at the top of your screen. Right there, Slade was after him. And then watch the little reach out and grab Slade to slow him down and tip it with a great speed from the back, running him down and making the play. Andre's not playing like a guy of his age. He's been around for a long time. That was a horrible, horrible wasted opportunity for the Cardinals. You get a turnover like that, you've got to get at least a field goal. They got nothing.
Camarillo punts it down to the 2-yard line where Anthony Edwards catches it. So you talk about 1st and 98. That's what the Patriots are facing.
So I'll tell you what they did get. They still control field position without question.
Steve Rodriguez is going to be special teams coach of the year again with guys making plays like that.
So he's got a block punt. He's got a couple of kicks kicked out inside the 15-yard line. He's got one that's caught in the air at the 2.
He's got a botched onside kick that led to points.
Interesting.
When he's betting pretty high. Now Scott Secules under the gun. You'll remember the last time when he had to come in for the injured Drew Bledsoe. He had to start from his 5-yard line to Secules in the Patriots offense. They got it all the way down the field as he threw. Hit 4 of 6 throws for 60 yards, setting up the go-ahead field goal try. Patriots now lead it by 2, but they're in danger of just getting the ball away from their goal line. Living dangerously, an out pattern. And Secules triggers it too quickly for Greg McMurtry. That brings up 2nd down and 10, and that brings up the end of the 3rd quarter as the gun sounds. We'll be right back after these messages from your local stations. The Phoenix Cardinal fans finally starting to kick in with some big-time noise as the Patriots are back to their 1-yard line. We start the 4th quarter with New England, a big underdog, holding to a 2-point lead, 16-14. Secules, straight ahead give. Sam Gash gets it out to about the 5-yard line. A little bit more room to work. Right now they're just fighting for enough room to punt the ball away. This team needs a win badly, though. Maybe they'll go deep here, Beasley.
Well,
at least they'll try to get the first down.
Yeah, I would at least I would look for a timing pattern. Something like a 3 to 5 step drop with the quarterback knowing not to make a mistake. Throw it away if you don't see something that you like.
Cardinals look like they're going to blitz. They are blitzing. Everybody's blitzing. Patriots pick it up. Well done. Here's the throw. Incomplete. Penalty marker comes in from the back judge. Looks like a defensive penalty, and it'll be a first down for the Patriots if it is. Holding call against the defense. First down, New England. They had an all-out blitz, and I'll tell you, the Patriots did a great job picking it up.
Holding 42 defense. 5 yards, first down.
John Booty, the strong safety, called for holding.
Now, this may be giving too much credit to any athlete in the heat of battle, but Secules may have seen, since his receiver was trying to work his way through a very congested defensive area, he may have seen that if I throw this ball now, that guy's holding my guy.
I tell you, got to feel good about Secules.
He's
done. Play fake. Buys some time. Swings it out. Nice grab. Leaning out to get the ball is Sam Gash, catching it 2 hands away from his body. Taken down by Doerson, but on a first down throw, the gain is about 6 yards.
That was a tough catch for a fullback. Reached out, caught it with nothing but hands, and made a nice little gain. Good throw by Secules.
Sam Gash stayed in bounds as the Patriots let the clock continue to run. We're early in the 4th quarter, just 1 minute gone by in the final 15 minutes. Patriots holding to a 16-14 lead. Secules, and again they pick up the blitz. Another throw. What a play. They're going to rule it a catch at the 32-yard line. Greg McMurtry makes a terrific play at the 32.
That was a great catch. And you talk about in a crowd,
great catch,
falling backwards at an angle with nothing but hands. Look at this. He overruns the ball. Look at that. Nothing but hands in a crowd of 3 Cardinals, including the hitman, my favorite guy, the heat-seeking, the angel of death. My new favorite guy, Chuck Cecil, was coming. And he still caught it. Good job.
Handoff, nothing there. Eric Swan, number 98, wrestles the ball carrier. Corey Kroom back. Eric Swan, a great success story, played in Lynn, Massachusetts for a minor league football team. Never played college ball, was drafted in the first round, weighed 350 pounds. I didn't recognize when I saw him yesterday. He's down to 295.
Looks great.
There's the Swan section.
They love him there. Wonder who's that seat for?
Might be for Eric after the game.
Two of his friends didn't show up.
That's when he catch a bite. Secules are blitzing Rod. Here is a throw and a catch. What a nice throw and another well-executed pass play.
Well, the fans don't like that call, Don, but
Frisbee was the man.
The defender, Lynch, pushed him out of bounds. So that, you know, that ruling is that if the guy pushes you out of bounds and you would have fallen in bounds, it is a catch.
Dave Dewerson is blitzing almost every down. A strong safety is coming up to a line to the left side of the defensive line. Every down he's blitzing.
At the end of this catch, you'll see that Lynch reaches out and pushes. That push right there. So the fans thought that it was caught out of bounds, but actually caught in bounds with a little shove.
Secules takes a look, makes a throw. Ooh, he had an open man that went to the wrong side. There was a big rush on Secules. Vincent Brisby had a couple of steps on the defense. That would have gone a long way.
You know, that's one of the luxuries of this big nickel that I've been describing. When you've got 5 defensive backs in the game, you can free one every now and then to get that fifth, that unexpected rusher. As you pointed out, Don, they've been sending Dave Dewerson on one side and one of several linebackers from the other side alternating which one they would send. That time, Secules under pressure.
Pressure's coming again. Dewerson again aligning the blitz. The lower portion of the screen. This time he drops off. Secules fires to an open man. And Big Ben Coates, who's been in the end zone for a touchdown, this time is ahead for 16 yards and a Patriot first down. Cecil hit him, but 16 yards downfield.
Ben Coates is off to a super year. He's a super athlete that they have to get the ball to. Simple pattern. It looked like Chuck Cecil either had him man for man or recognized that that's where the quarterback was looking and locked in on him to try to make the play.
He did make the tackle, but it's a first down for the Patriots. Pitch back, Leonard Russell. Cecil fights off the block and knocks him down after a gain of just 2 yards. Chuck Cecil's becoming somewhat of a folk hero. They're trying to get him on all the late-night talk shows. He had to go to New York to meet with the commissioner, Paul Tagliabue. He told us he left it for clean hits.
30,000 for clean hits. Huh.
Paul Tagliabue met with him for 3 hours. He left at 6 o'clock in the morning. Got back at 3 o'clock the next morning after meeting. He thought the commissioner was very fair with him. He doesn't agree with whoever decided to fine him $30,000. That wasn't the commissioner. That ruling was made by Bill Polian, who's now the league officer, former Bills. Oh, here's a pickoff. John Booty. A great play by John Booty. Then another huge play by Kevin Turner, who caught him and threw him down. He'd still be running.
John Booty has been around the football all day long. I mean, he's made some good tackles. He's made some great blitzes here. It's a bad pass, number one. And Booty runs right into it, hits at full speed in his chest. Great play.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Mazda. Mazda, it just feels right. By Coca-Cola Classic, always the real thing, always Coca-Cola. By MasterCard. MasterCard, it's more than a credit card, it's smart money. And by Coors Light, aged ice cold for that pure taste of the Rockies.
The Cardinals, after getting their first turnover
now.
Cardinals going 1st and 10 from their 30. Johnny Bailey gets the call, powers his way out, gets ahead for a gain of almost 7 yards, out to the 36-yard line of Phoenix.
Reach blocking by the offensive line. Everybody just kind of leans to the left and pushes, and Johnny Bailey getting a push in the line.
Steve Berline, he's been picked off once. Ricky Prohl is the dangerous man. So far, Berline has hit 10 of 20 for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns and the 1 pick. Free play. Go to the run. Johnny Bailey breaks it. Look at this guy busted. 5'8", 190. Joe Bugle calls him a home run hitter. He was signed as a Plan B free agent from the Bears a couple of years ago. Offside against the New England Patriots.
What Johnny Bailey?
96 defense.
Brent Williams.
Bailey's decline. First down.
What Bailey has is explosion. He reads well. That's why he's such a great return man. But what he really has is speed. Right now, he's running.
He's got some pop, too.
Just great movement. You know, when he sees it, boom, he goes.
And go he did for a first down. Now Berline throwing on first down. Triggers the ball out. Incomplete at the 36-yard line. Gary Clark was his intended receiver. Clark came here as a Plan B free agent. Has not delivered the numbers here. 15 catches coming in, but in his 8 years as a Redskin, he averaged 68 yards a catch. For 68 receptions a season. Excuse me.
I was about to say. What a career.
We'd skylift him out of here right to Canton. Wouldn't even let him play the rest of his career. Johnny Bailey looking for holes and finding one on 2nd down and 10. He weaves his way to the 41-yard line, a gain of 6. Vincent Brown, the man they called the Undertaker, and now they call him the Underwriter. Bill Parcells calls him that, says he now selling insurance to running backs.
Every year, he's the leader here when it comes to tackles. And he's one of the guys that they are building this team around. And you look at their lineup, they've got maybe 15 athletes, 15 real players that they can build around. He's one of them.
Cardinals have only 2 first downs this half, only 10 in the game. Now they have 3 first downs this half as Johnny Bailey makes a diving catch to the 34-yard line. Game clock running, 8:50 to play in the game. Cardinals driving and trailing by 2 points. We need to get closer to try for the go-ahead field goal where they are now. At the 34, it will be a 51-yard attempt. Berline, as they pull Garrison Hurst, going with the veteran Johnny Bailey. Blitz. Johnny Bailey takes off and gets ahead to the 30-yard line. He gained about 3, almost 4 yards. He got 4 where they're spotting the ball.
Renee Thompson came off of his slot receiver and blitzed that time. Had it have been a pass, if they had been guessing correctly, might have had a big play there.
Renee Thompson lost his starting job today after the Jets game. He was the starting left corner. Darrell Wren was the starter today.
They have Renee Thompson covering Ricky Prohl man for man at the top of your screen, hoping to neutralize some of his ability.
Berline looking, going long, wide open man, touchdown Phoenix, Randall Hill. $30 yards and the go-ahead touchdown with 7:35 to play.
I didn't see the move, but it must have been a double route because the quarterback pumped. There's the one route, there's the double route. And when they're that wide open, you throw it up high, you throw it up soft, and it's a touchdown. What a play, well run, a good fake. You know, to make plays like that work in the National Football League, you have to be a great actor. And Berline was pulled off the first part of the act with the pump fake. second part of the act was the little roll in the double cut.
The extra point is good. Darrell Wren was burned down the play. Now the Patriots, to win this game, have to score a touchdown. The Cardinals have regained the lead on Steve Berline's third touchdown throw of the day and now lead 21-16. Next weekend, don't miss the Skills Challenge presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. 8 of golf's top players going head-to-head in driving, the short game, iron shots, bunker play, trouble shots, and putting. That's the Skills Challenge presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car next Saturday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. For Sunday's broadcast time, please check your local listing. Now Greg Davis gets a long spinning kickoff that the Patriots, in their wisdom, elect to down. They'll go from the 20. And we want to remind you that tonight on NBC, witness how 4 parachutists survived an incredible plummet towards Earth in an all-new eyewitness video hosted by John Forsythe. Then it's an all-new Sequest. A mysterious force is out there and has taken hold of the Sequest. Roy Scheider leads his crew in an incredible all-new adventure on Sequest following eyewitness video. The ball position at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 for the Patriots, who are down by 5, 21-16. That's not there anymore for Leonard Russell. Whatever the blocking scheme that freed him earlier, it's been shut down by the Cardinal defense. Now let's go back to Jim Lampley in New York.
Don, you know it's been a rough day for quarterbacks on all fronts. In Cleveland, Bill Belichick makes the call immediately following today's game with the Dolphins. Kosar out, Testaverde in. Bernie against the Dolphins, 15 of 19, only 82 yards, sacked 5 times. He loses the starting QB job to his former University of Miami teammate, Vinny Testaverde. Back to Don Criqui.
Thanks, Jim. That's a well-paid backup quarterback because Kosar reportedly just on a $27 million contract. Whoa, a free ball up for grabs. And now a tremendous pressure play arises for Scott Secules and the New England offense. They have 3rd down and 10 coming up. Then Coates comes into the lineup. You have to think Beasley, they might be looking at him again.
He has been one of the main targets, and he has produced almost every time. 3rd and 10 is not really an unmanageable situation. There are a lot of plays in the playbook that are designed to get a 3rd and 10. I would expect him to throw a little bit short of that mark and see if somebody can run for the first down.
Coates has caught 3 for 22 yards and a touchdown. Here comes the rush. There's the throw. Broken up nicely. Chris Oldham. A man no one's heard of yet, but he acts like a Pro Bowler.
Look at him. These boys get so silly after after they make a play, they just get crazy. Now, this is a great break on the ball. Look at this. That's perfect technique, good recovery technique.
Oh, that was a good play.
And a nice drive up front. Well, I guess you deserve to dance. Maybe not that much dancing, but you could do a little dancing after that play.
You've all heard of Chris Oldham. Wow. Big rush. Punt. High spinner. Johnny Bailey, look out, and a terrific special teams play by Todd Collins. And also on the play, Kevin Turner was the man who got to him first, number 34, number 54. Big special teams coverage. Bill Parcells pacing the sidelines, his team needing a touchdown. Parcells told us yesterday, if we win this game, who can say? We might get pretty good because we have some talent. If we lose it, though, particularly a disappointing loss, it's going to be tough to come back.
This is one of those games when they looked at the schedule, they probably said, we've got a chance to win this one. It's a team that needs something good to happen, and it looks like there's a possibility here. They played good. They've run the ball well. A lot of positive things can be taken out of this game.
Upcoming schedule for the Patriots, they have the Houston Oilers coming into Foxborough. That game is sold out next Sunday, and you'll see it on many of these NBC stations. Then Seattle is the next opponent. Of course, they have to go out to Seattle. They've already been beaten by Seattle 17-14.
At Indianapolis is another one of those games they probably looked at and said, we've got a true shot there, and then no telling what they're thinking about Buffalo. But Buffalo's not really, just tearing up the world right now.
Now, Buffalo is struggling, but they are 3-1.
Yes, they are.
Right now, Berline sets his team. The ball positioned at the 33-yard line. Ooh. Ball was up for grabs there. It caromed off Gary Clark. Gary Clark still waiting to get started. They say he's really set the pace. You talked about his injury that he had to have.
It's one of those big-time NFL decisions that you make as a player. He's got a groin injury, and it's very high up on the bone. You can see a slight hitch in his walk. And he told me that right before game time, he went into the medical staff and gave them permission to give him a shot, put the needle on him to deaden that area. So that's one of those, real sacrifices for the team that the player has to make his own mind up when it comes to those type of things, and only in the pros. Shouldn't be happening.
Here is Johnny Bailey running the ball out to the 35-yard line on a 2nd down and 10. Got ahead for 2. As recently as 1991, Gary Clark caught 70 passes for over 1,300 yards. He's had some phenomenal receiving seasons, Beasley. 86, 1,265 yards, over 1,087, over 1,289, over 1,190, over 1,391. Last year, 912 yards.
And, as I was saying, that's a decision that a player shouldn't make anywhere but in the pros. Any kids listen to this game?
Early in the year eases the pain, huh? Yeah. Here is Berline looking deep. Figures a long ball. It's almost intercepted. He overshoots Gary Clark. And Corwin Brown, who's made some plays today for the New England Patriots, made a diving chance. Now the Patriots will get it back on a punt.
And obviously the pain was taken away, though, because Clark has been, he's not really running real smoothly, but he's a veteran, and he's finding these loose seams in the defense. He's made some plays today.
Five minutes and 15 seconds to play in the game. Camarillo puts a charge into it. Way back. Troy Brown looking for room to run. Turns the corner and gets out to the 16-yard line. A 54-yard punt by Camarillo, a net 49, a great effort. The return was only 5 yards. Drew Bledsoe, number 11, on the sideline with the 3rd quarterback, Scott Zolak. Bledsoe out in the 2nd half with a slightly sprained left knee. He's got it iced down to keep any swelling out. In his absence, Scott Secules has been in his opening drive. He took the team downfield. Got them in position for what was then a go-ahead field goal. 16-14 did the Patriots lead, but now it's 21-16. Cardinals in the lead. Here's Kevin Turner getting a pass from Secules, and Kevin Turner laterals it. This play is live. This ball is going down the sidelines. And does he get? He gets down to the 3-yard line. There's no flags. The play is live. The play of the game by Kevin Turner, who was being dragged down and lateraled the ball, and a 60-yard run by Leonard Russell. Now the officials are talking that there are no flags on the field unless somebody's standing on one. Now they throw one. Hey, Parcells infuriated. That looked good all the way.
Well, the question would be whether or not he handed it forward. That would be the only question.
I don't think he did.
If it was equal or behind, that should have been one of those highlights that makes every show in the country. They're the people tackling, keeps his feet, and makes a little handle. It looked lateral to me. It looked even.
Yeah, even.
I would say even. Let's see what we got here. What great balance, and then wherewithal. Right here. Even.
Yeah, he's at the, it's definitely even.
That's supposed to go.
The field is that it is a legal lateral. First down.
It's illegal, so let's walk, boys. Let's walk back down there.
Word.
What a play.
Oh, the people in New England.
That's football. Was that great?
Let's go walk. I'm telling you.
All of the players had walked all the way back down to the 30.
Kevin Turner was at the yard line, and the ball was released to Russell behind the yard line. No question that was a legal play.
The only thing illegal would have been a forward lateral. What a play.
But now the Patriots have to take it in if they're going to take the lead. They're down by 5, 21-16, and there's still a lot of time left for Joe Bugle's Cardinals if they do fall behind again to get in position for what might be a game-winning field goal.
Excuse me, Don. Back in the old days, they'd run plays like that all the time.
Sure.
You know, pitch it. From our rugby heritage, that play comes.
Whatever's fair. First and goal at the 2-yard line. Leonard Russell, nothing. He just ran 60 with a lateral, but got nothing on a slant dive. Tyrone Stowe and Lorenzo Lynch with the tacklers.
Well, in the guessing game that is the play calling in this situation, do you throw now or do you wait till third down?
Well, I'll tell you, I love that fake run left and roll out right that they use to score the.
So you've got two great tight ends to execute it with Cook and Ben Coates. Block for a second and then release in one of the corners.
They got an experienced guy way over on the left possibly looking for that, and Dave Dewerson. He's protecting the wide side of the field.
They're doing it now.
Yep, here's a throw. It's a catch. It's a touchdown for the Patriots, and they again take the lead. Ben Coates in the end zone for the second time today. But my friends, be assured this is a long way from over. Don't go anywhere.
You've got two great tight ends to pull this off. Coates and Cook. They go to Coates. They knew it was coming. You can see Harvey was all over him, trying not to allow him to release from the line of scrimmage. Parcells knows it's going to be close, and now he knows he's got it.
Coach Parcells been putting in about 12, 15 miles a week on that jogging track. He was out there yesterday, and now the extra point is spun up and good. They give the Patriots a 2-point lead.
Now, this has been a bad day for Joe Bugle. And a bad couple of plays back to back.
You got to like Secules here, Bees.
Boy, he's beautiful. 11 of 18. You know he didn't get a lot of the plays during the week. He wasn't expecting the play. 201 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 mistake on the interception that he hit Booty in the chest with. Boy, what a good day by Scott Secules.
11 of 18 for 201 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. The touchdown a moment ago to give the Patriots the lead again. They led 7-0. They trailed 14-7, then they trailed 14-13 at halftime. Then when Secules came in and led them down the field, they had a field goal that gave them a 16-14 lead. Then Burline threw his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. That one to Randall Hill. It was the Cardinals up 21-16, and now on the alert lateral by Kevin Turner to Leonard Russell, the Patriots score on a 2-yard touchdown pass from Secules to Ben Coates. So with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left to play in this game, the count is Patriots 23, the heavily favored Cardinals 21. You talk about little items that hold an audience. This one does.
Well, we've had some great highlights from big hits on both sides from both teams to great scrambles by quarterbacks to heads-up plays. Super game.
WBZ Television Boston putting up a big number with this one, as the Patriots could get their first win today, but we'll see. Johnny Bailey, the ever-dangerous one, is flattened at the 16-yard line. Here comes a penalty marker after the play. Terry Ray, a second-year defensive back from Oklahoma, was down to make the tackle on Johnny Bailey. Preliminary signal, at least from the Cardinals, is that it's against the Patriots. Game clock shows 3 minutes and 46 seconds left to play. This is taking some serious review. And the pronouncement is, well, we're going to talk it over again. Almost ready. Here we go.
Unnecessary roughness, 38 on the kicking team, 15 yards, first down.
Adrian White, who had lost his starting strong safety job for this game to rookie Corwin Brown, is called for unnecessary roughness. That advances the ball 15 yards out from the 16 out to the 31-yard line. But still a long field to go for Berline and the Cardinals, but they only have to get in field goal range. They're down by just 2 points. Randall Hill goes wide to the top of your screen. He caught the last touchdown pass. Here's Berline standing in, pump faking, going deep again. Intercepted by New England. Darrell Wren, who was burned on the last throw by Berline for a touchdown, this time covering Randall Hill every step of the way and goes high in the air to pick it off. And now the Patriots will go to the run and try to work out the clock if they can.
Well, this was a double zone also. The safeties with half of the field. Wren is supposed to cover the flat, but he recognizes it. See Wren stop and then start because he recognized the play. That's super recognition by Darrell Wren. His responsibility was the flat. The safety's responsibility was to take the long ball, but Wren smelled it out and did a great job. And the quarterback paid the price.
Aaron Jones.
Oh, when you get hit from the back like
Topped
that.
him.
Oh, insult to injury.
But still, we're a long way from over. The Jets have now gone in front of the Raiders 20-17 on a Kerry Blanchard field goal. 4.5 minutes left in that game. Second back, Leonard Russell, both arms on the ball as he crawls ahead out to the 35-yard line. That's where they rule him down. He actually got to the 37. They move it back. Clock 3:27 to play. Now the Cardinals are calling timeouts. They used their first of 3. So we'll be back after this.
Listen, it's a credit card. It does not make you a superhero. Actually, maybe it does. I mean, no card is more accepted on the planet, so you can use it for practically anything, like plane tickets. So you could fly like a superhero, or at the hospital, so you'd have X-ray vision. And you can use it to get cash at...
Sun left long ago for the day. Right now, the Patriots are shining in their bid for a first win. Secules throws and wisely throws it away. That'll bring up third down, and they'll need almost 7, and it stopped the clock with 3:21 to play. The incomplete pass.
Without much work during the week, Scott Secules recognized the blitz, put his running backs in the proper blocking positions, and then once he didn't see anything, knowing that his team is leading, wisely threw it away. That's a good decision. great decisions by Scott Secules today. Even, knowing when you work with the second team, you only get a few snaps. The first team gets most of the snaps during the week's practice.
Throw and a catch, and a first down for New England, and plenty more as Marv Cook makes a huge play on third down and needing 7 yards. Marv Cook, the former Iowa Hawkeye, who's been to the Pro Bowl the past couple of years, goes way up in the air, comes down with the ball, and he gives New England a first down and keeps the clock running. Now it's stopped on another Cardinal timeout. They're down to 1.
Patriots have gotten just excellent play from the tight end position. They have to be very happy with the work of Marv Cook and Ben Coates today. And, of course, with their backup quarterback coming in without a lot of repetitions.
And an interesting season for the Patriots. Played well in their opener at Buffalo until the fourth quarter when the Bills blew it open. The next week they surely should have beaten the Lions. We're behind 11 seconds into that game, 7-0, when a kickoff return was fumbled and an interceptor grabbed in midair, the fumble recovery, and run in for a touchdown. Then they played very well for the most part against Seattle, losing 17-14. They were in a total abomination against the Jets 2 weeks ago in their last game. Now today, I've rarely seen any team go from disaster to playing this well as I've seen the Patriots. I can't recall one.
Well, I can't either. And 2 weeks worth of work helps you. And, of course, the Cardinals got the same 2 weeks, but the Patriots probably had further to go. And looks like they made up the most ground in did the best with their bye week.
To the run, Leonard Russell guarding the ball. Pounding ahead, Leonard Russell working very hard for almost 8 yards. It brings up second down, and the clock continues to run.
Very few running backs keep their feet moving as well as Leonard Russell. Now, in the past, he's had some trouble fumbling, fighting for that extra yardage, but that's not something that a coach will try to discourage. He will twist and still pump those legs continuously, as good as anybody in the league.
And I think there's 2:36 to play. The clock is running. The Cardinals are out of timeouts. Another first down, and this is over. Patriots will win it, or they should. Right now they have second down and 3. Leonard Russell again protects the ball. He breaks it. Leonard Russell's not done till he's to the 28-yard line, and it's lights out now.
And he knows it.
Maybe a timeout now. Is going to be a call against the Cardinals, I think, for unsportsmanlike conduct. Game clock at 2:13, stopped by the penalty. It's a long ride back to Boston, but it'll be a happy one.
Delay of game, 32 offense, 5 yards.
Well, they're getting Leonard Russell for his
little post-run celebration.
Coach Parcells can live with that.
He doesn't look like he can live with it, does it? He'll talk to Russell about that. And watch this. That's what got him. And
how bad is that? I mean, the kid is...
No, he's just a happy kid.
Played a great game. I mean...
At the 33.
I don't blame Leonard for being hot. I mean, what... Guy's played a tremendous game on what was his college home field. Now 2:13 to play. The clock will stop once more for the Cardinals at the 2-minute warning. Another carry. Leonard Russell pounds it down to the 30, and now we're going to tick it down to the 2-minute warning, and then with no timeouts left, the Cardinals have nowhere to go but back to the drawing board. Back in a moment.
The Flood, NBC Tonight.
With Beasley Reese, this is Don Criqui back at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. The New England Patriots having to come behind a couple of times in this game, now holding to a 2-point lead with 2 minutes to play. The Cardinals out of timeouts. The Patriots with second down and 7 coming up. Leonard Russell's going to get the ball. Leonard Russell takes the ball and drives down to the 30, and the clock ticks on. The Cardinals powerless to stop it. And now let's take a look at the Hager Wrinkle-Free Cotton super play of the game.
Kevin Turner will take the pass. He keeps his balance and then harkens back to the days of old in football when guy would run it for a while and pitch it back to a buddy.
Legal.
Definitely legal. An equal side-by-side handoff, and Leonard Russell tries to outrun John Booty to the corner. And that was the momentum breaker and the biggest play of this game.
For the Cardinals, the momentum breaker and the heartbreaker, that led to the go-ahead touchdown. Now they go back to Leonard Russell. Again, he pounds it in, takes it down close to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and about 2 yards. Patriots at their leisure now, walking around as the clock ticks down, inside a minute to play. So it's back to Foxborough next Sunday to play the Houston Oilers. The Raiders have now come from behind with 7 seconds left and a Nick Bell touchdown run from a yard out. And they lead the Jets 24-20.
There's a man with a lot to think about tonight. I mean, this is a horrible, tremendous loss for Joe Bugle.
Great guy, though, isn't he? Everybody's rooting for Joe Bugle.
Super guy. It was fun talking to him. But when you're told you've got to win 9 or you're not coming back, and when you look at your season schedule, you got to say the New England Patriots, this is one of the ones we'll get.
They're going to get some more of the Patriots.
Oh, well.
I'm telling you, this
they look like a
very
different
sound
team.
Performance.
Good performance by the Patriots.
They will get some more. His offensive line play was terrific. What they did in 2 weeks after one of the most horrendous losses in the history of the franchise, and they've had some to look back on. Here is a pooch punt down at the 6-yard line with 27 seconds left, but the play was whistled dead before the snap.
The Cardinals had about 18 people on the field.
Got to get all the help you need. You absolutely.
They had about 30 guys.
You do that in situations like this. They might not be counting. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, there were two.
Absolutely.
The punt return team and the defense, they were both on the field.
There's about 13 of them out there now, I think. They'll try to pooch punt again. It's very vital that this punt get away for the Patriots. Lofted into. Ooh, man, look at this.
Very close.
Where are they going to down the ball? There's no touchback signal. I guess it is.
Yes, it was.
It was a touchback signal, so it comes to the 20-yard line. The big tuna, they called him when he's with the Giants.
I never called him that. Not to his face.
No. Bill actually played here as a collegian. He played with Wichita State against Arizona State. He said the top defensive back on Arizona State that year in 1963 was Reggie Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, baseball Hall of Famer. Burline with a penalty marker down, lofts the ball downfield. Ricky Prohl comes down with another one, but they rule he was out of bounds. We'd like to welcome all of you who've been watching the Raiders defeat the Jets 24-20. This is Don Criqui with Beasley Reese at Sun Devil Stadium, Tempe, Arizona. It was a big day for the man they call the Big Tuna in his years with the Giants, Bill Parcells, who completely turned this team around. They were absolutely horrendous, an embarrassment to football in their last game against the Jets when they were beaten 40.
73 offense. 10 yards, repeat first down.
Right now, the Cardinals are out of timeouts. They're powerless to stop the clock, and they're trailing the New England Patriots 23-21. The Patriots have come from behind in this game on 2 different occasions.
They're in a major prevent defense.
Patriots just awful in their loss to the Jets, and today they've been a very sound, impressive team. Here's Burline throwing down the field. He overshoots his man with just 7 seconds to play, so the Patriots and Parcells are that far away from their first win as a partnership. Joe Bugle on the other sideline, a man under great pressure. Now in his 4th year as the head man for Phoenix. He's been given a mandate before the season by his owner, Bill Bidwell. Win 9 games or more or be gone.
That's a tough call. And so far, he's been able to win 1. And I'm sure that when he looked at his schedule, he thought this would be win number 2, or at least an opportunity for it. He had an opportunity, but New England comes up big.
This is it. Something extraordinary has to happen for Burline and the Cardinals. A long ball downfield. 100 people are after it. It's caught at the 35-yard line, but time has run out. So there's no chance for a long field goal attempt, which conceivably could have won the game. The time runs out on the Cardinals and Burline, and Bill Parcells and the New England Patriots are winners. Yesterday, talking to Bill Parcells, he said we went back to fundamentals during the week off we had, the bye week. But also some people were informed that the level of their play has to rise up. Are they going to be out of the NFL, at least with this organization? So the final numbers are up, and the Patriots are a winner for the first time in '93. One difficult development, though, the top draft choice in the NFL last April, Drew Bledsoe, limping off the field. He was injured late in the second quarter. At the time, it appeared to be an ankle turn. They were looking at his ankle. Then at halftime, they checked his knee more, and they iced that down. Now he's, he's limping pretty badly. Whether or not he'll be back next week against Houston remains to be seen. But in his absence, an unknown quarterback for the most part, Scott Secules, played some great football.
I thought he threw the ball very well and played an excellent game, making good decisions despite the fact that he didn't get a lot of practice time. Congratulations to Scott Secules.
There was one phenomenal play. This came when the Patriots were down by 5 points late in the game. This is Kevin Turner, a fullback from Alabama, on his way down, latering the ball to Leonard Russell, his fullback. Replay showed it to be a perfectly legal lateral, and that's how the officials called it. Leonard took off, went 60 yards down the sideline. John Booty caught him, threw him down to the 2-yard line, but soon after, the Patriots had scored the go-ahead touchdown, and they held on to win. Patriots 23, Cardinals 21. Now for Beasley Reese, this is Don Criqui. Glad you could be with us at Tempe, Arizona.